Hey everybody, guess what? I'm out backpacking again. Haven't put out a video in a long time doing this kind of stuff, but I thought I'd do it again. It is Labor Day weekend 2023. It is Friday. It is 6:45 p.m. I just got here. Sun sets at 8:05. So I have about an hour and 20 minutes to sunset, so I need to find a campsite pretty fast. Well, anyway, let's do it. So I'm on the trail. As I said, the parking lot back there. I'm here for at least one night. I mean, I got here late. I'm gonna spend the night tonight. Might just do a bunch of day hiking tomorrow and take off, but who knows? It's gonna be hot. But if I'm enjoying it, still in the mood, I'll stay a second night. But tonight I'm trying to get out to Hanson's Point. It's kind of a cool lookout. It's not really on official maps, but most people that come here know where it's at and know about it. One of the best views in the whole park. But anyway, I got about 2 miles to where I can set up my tent. And then the Hanson's Point, the actual lookout, is like another quarter mile past where I set up my tent. So I'm gonna get to the tent site, set up, and if there's time, I'll head out there, but there may not be time before sunset. Plus I gotta eat dinner, so I may just shoot for sunrise in the morning and show you out there. I'm on the trail to Hanson's Point. Lots of tight zigs and zags through here. Probably about a half mile away. Well, I made it to camp. I'm all set up. You probably can't see the colors as well as I can, but the white balance off. But that's some beautiful oranges over there. A lot more than you can see. But here's my tent. Durston X-Mid Pro 2. Very lightweight tent. It's amazing. Made of Nemo fabric. It's a single wall tent, which means there's nothing between you and the outside except that waterproof material. Pretty tent. It does have condensation issues, but I keep a little piece of sham wow in there to keep it wiped down if it gets bad. But there are vents at the top, so hopefully it won't be that bad tonight. Well, I'm actually kind of tired. I'm going to forego dinner. I think I'm just going to have like a Snickers bar, and I brought some Red Lobster cheddar biscuits. I might have one of those and a Snicker bar for dinner, but after that, it's bedtime. I'm so tired today. Big day tomorrow. Good morning. Hey, good morning, y'all. Man, I slept pretty good last night. Tossed and turned a lot, but I mean, I do that anyway. But besides that, and using the restroom probably 5 times, because I drank so much water last night, just to rehydrate my my new kidney. But yeah, I slept good. Got up at 6. Sunrise is at 7. So I went out to. You saw the awesome stuff out there at Hanson's Point. Went out there and made my coffee. Ate a few biscuits. Tell you what, man, I brought 4 of those Red Lobster cheddar biscuits, and it's like a make it home pack you buy in the store. I got it as a gift or something. But anyway, those things are gone. I brought 4 of them and they're gone already. But I'm gonna pack up camp here in a little bit, but I'm gonna do a lot of adventuring today here in the gorge. I want to go see maybe a few spots I've never been to. Not sure yet, but I'll let you know when I get there. But in the meantime, I'll show you around camp here and some of my gear. I got some newer gear in the last couple years, but I really haven't showed a whole lot of it yet. I haven't made too many videos here in the last year or 2, but I vow to get back and be more regular with this. So I'll show you some of my new gear. This is my new tent. I've showed it a little bit last night, but it's a Durston X-Mid Pro 2-person. It's not the best pitch in the world because I was in a rush to get here to this campsite before dusk last night, but I barely made it. Threw up a rough pitch and just had a little dinner and went to bed. But it's kind of cool. It's not your normal shaped tent. It's a trekking pole tent. As you can see, these are my hiking poles. Performs a structure. And it's kind of a parallelogram type shape. It's kind of weird. When the doors are zipped out, you can kind of see the shape better. But the inside is kind of you lay at an angle. So you have a lot of headroom on this end here. And also on this end here. It's a 2-person, quote unquote 2-person, but it's a big 1-person tent. It's 2 people's kind of tight in there, but it's possible. But it's a single wall tent, which means there's nothing between you and the outside except this single wall. A lot of tents have a netting on the inside, but this one does not. Cuts back on weight. Plus this material is called Dyneema. It's 100% waterproof, but you do get condensation, like if it's really moist or you're like in a valley, a lot of humidity in the air, like you're breathing. It'll form droplets on the inside, but it doesn't leak on you. It kind of like runs down the side, but I keep like a chamois, like a little ShamWow in there, just to wipe the insides down every few hours if needed. But last night it was fine because it's pretty dry here. Plus, I kept the doors open all night, plenty of airflow. As long as you have airflow, it's fine. But it's not just a thing with this tent. Any single wall tent, there are hundreds of brands of single wall tents. They all have the condensation issue. It's just not primary to this one, but yeah, I love it. It's a great tent. It only weighs like a little over a pound. Well, probably 21 ounces actually. Very light in the pack. As for my sleep system, this is a down quilt. It's like a 850 or 900, I can't remember. Super lightweight. This is rated to 40 degrees. So here in the summer, you know, that's all you need. In fact, I didn't use this for half the night. Well, anyway, I bought this for my hammock, but you can also use it in a tent. But it's kind of like a sleeping bag, except the zipper, it only zips into your feet, into the foot box here. And this actually cinches up to tighten that up if it's cold out, but I kept it open to let some air in last night because it was so hot. But as you can see, they call it a quilt, even though it's not a quilting material. It's a down, this super light nylon coating. But as you can see, it's just like a big blanket. Customize your own colors. With all my quilts, I try to get different colors. But anyway, there's that. sleep clothes. don't sleep in my hiking clothes. But anyway, this is a my sleeping pad is a Nemo Tensor. It's a there you go. It's a rectangular 25-inch wide pad. Honestly though, I wonder if I brought my 20-inch. I think I did brought my 20-inch last night. I thought it felt kind of narrow, but I have a 25-inch. It's a little bit wider than that. But so I brought the 20-inch this time. But anyway, this tent is 48 inches wide, so I can't fit two 25s, but I can fit a 25 and a 20 if I ever need to bring somebody else. But anyway, there's that, and underneath it, I have this closed cell foam pad. It doesn't really provide any more comfort. To me, it's more to keep that sleeping pad from sliding around the tent. I'm on a pretty flat surface last night, so I wouldn't have slid much anyway, but sometimes if you're on a slight incline, that helps you from sliding a little bit. My pillow is a blow up Sea to Summit Aeros Premium, just a blow up, but it's got a soft top. It's pretty nice. Various ditty bags, poo kit, even got the poo emojis on it. But anyway, I won't go through everything in here, but I have like a two of these, one for electronics and stuff I keep in the tent, which is nothing scented. You want nothing scented in your tent, keep critters away. But I have another bag like this with all my scented products I keep in my food bag, which I'll show you here in a little bit. This new camera bag I bought with straps to the front of my pack, Hyperlite Mountain Gear. It's amazing for this awesome camera I bought last year. Yeah, that's my setup for this trip. And here's my pack I've been using for the last year or so. It is by a company called LiteAF. The model's a Curve 40, which means it's 40 liter, has a curved back, so it keeps kind of down there. You can kind of see a slight curvature that keeps air flowing between your pack and your back. So the company, I think they're based out of New Jersey, LiteAF. What does the AF stand for? I think it's light. They say as a feather. But yeah, sure, that's what the AF stands for. I think we all know. But anyway, this came with a couple of small hilt belt pouches, but I got rid of them, or I don't use them. I bought my own. This is from a very small company called Red Paw Packs. He makes these amazing fanny packs that actually attach right to your hip belt into these little straps here. Little clips. I like this because it's waterproof. And also look at this. You can actually put a water bottle in there. You can keep a water bottle like on your hip, or whatever, bear spray, whatever else you want to put in there. My other one is from a company called Hyperlite Mountain Gear. It's called the Versa. I can fit like my water filter, headlamp, whatever else, snacks. Keep snacks in that hour one. This will actually hold my camera with a small lens too, if I ever bring a small lens with me, but I got a big lens on this trip, so it won't fit in there. So I use the thing I just showed you, that black camera pack there, which attaches to the front of my pack, or the back, whatever you want to call it, front, back. Here are the straps. I also put this shoulder strap pouch on here. This is also from Hyperlite Mountain Gear. I keep my Garmin inReach in there, plus this in here I keep my cell phone and maybe maps or whatever up in here. But this pack, you can also put a water bottle in this sleeve here. It actually came with two, but I don't use this one obviously because I put my that pouch over that one. But with water there, I can put water here. I can put water in the sides. I keep my Helinox chair over there. Oh, I also wanted to show you my new food storage system. I've had this for a long time, but I've never really used it, but thought I'd give it a shot this weekend. This is by a company made by a company called Auxier. It's called a bear bag. What I've always done in the past was, you know, you find a tree with a limb hanging out about 4 feet, align your food up over there and hang it in the air. I've always done that and it works. I mean, for the most part. But a lot of times, especially here at Red River Gorge, it's hard to find trees with good branches to hang things on, because there's just like all the branches are way up high. I mean, it's really hard to find a tree like up here in these gorge ridges. So I thought I'd try this Kevlar bag this time. What you do, this bag's made of Kevlar, so a bear or any other kind of animal, I mean, they can bite into it, but they can't break it. I mean, the bear cannot rip this thing out. There have been a couple of documented instances where a bear has ripped one of these to shreds and stole the food, but it's pretty rare. For the most part, it's pretty foolproof, 99% foolproof. It's been approved by the I can't remember what it's called. There's some official organization that approves these bear containers, but this is on the list, so I like it. But anyway, what you do, it has these, you tighten this up really tight, these cords, and you just wrap it around a tree. Not that one, it's too big, but I just walked back here down this path, found a smaller tree, and you tie it up, probably, I mean, some people tie it really low to the ground, but they say to put it like 4 or 5 feet high. That way a bear can't get as much leverage when he's trying to yank it down. Or if it's on the ground, he can like put his legs into it and kind of do more damage to it. But yeah, I just went back that path back there last night. Tied it up to a tree, about 4 or 5 feet off the ground. There's a certain way you gotta tie that too. There's different ways of doing it, but you make it so it can't be yanked off. There's a few different ways of tying the knot to make it easier to untie too. That way if there is force put on it. I do a method with a couple slip knots and a carabiner. But anyway, they claim there are bears in this area, but I've never seen one. I've never heard of any stories of bears in Red River Gorge. But on the roads out here, they keep having warning signs, bears. Not so much danger to you, but danger to your food in camp. So you gotta be safe. Protect your food. But most of you know by now, I received a new kidney transplant about 5.5 years ago. So I drink a ton of water on trail. So I spent a lot of money on very lightweight gear to keep my pack light, only so I could pile it full of water. Like up here at Red River Gorge on these ridges, there's no water up here, so I got to pack all my water up with me. So with all the sweating you do when you hike, you lose a lot of water, so you got to drink a lot of water. I got to retain that water in my body, because if I don't, I mean, dehydration would kill my kidney, my new kidney. I just can't have that. So I drink a lot more water than most people when I'm out hiking. There's a major weight penalty for that, but I love being out in nature. I love the exercise. And I mean, look at that, how beautiful that is. All right, so we're gonna take off. Probably head back to the car to fill up on water. I got a ton of water there. I might drive to a different part of the park today, just do a bunch of day hiking, explore some areas I've never been, and maybe scope out another place to camp tonight, if I decide to stay. Back to the car. A lot more cars in here this morning than there was last night. Gray's Arch Trailhead. Yeah, this trailhead's a little packed, but I did a masterful parallel parking job here. Good for the night. Thought I'd give you an update of what I've been doing the last couple hours. So you saw I was at the trailhead back there. I parked on the road. I'm on the Auxier Ridge trail. It's really pretty on a ridge. It like goes up and down a little bit, but you're ultimately on a ridge. Then you go back down this big valley. But there's like some cool structures out here. There's like Courthouse Rock. There's like an arch there. Then you go down this valley and go over to the double arch, which is about a mile or so from there. Anyway, my plan was to do this entire loop and camp somewhere along the way, but it's so early. It's only 2 o'clock, and I've only got like maybe an hour and a half of this loop left. I don't know if I want to set up camp and just hang out for 5 hours till dark, but if I had my hammock, I totally would. I don't know. I'm going to finish this loop out, which will get me back to my car. And there are campsites near my car. Saw a ranger, 2 rangers actually earlier when I was having lunch. They were really cool. They were really nice. I told them an area where I was thinking about going, but she said they've had bears in the area there. So they do have bears here, straight from the ranger's mouth. But what sucks about these ridges out here, I mean, it's hard to tell in this video, but these ridges out here, they're just narrow and they just go straight out, then you got to come back. There's only one way in and one way out on a lot of these. And that was going to be the case where I was going to camp tonight, but I don't know if there's bears out there. There's only one way in, one way out. You're kind of cornered. I mean, I guess I should say the bears could be cornered, and that's what makes them nervous. But anyway, it's a beautiful day. Such a good breeze. I'm on this offshoot of Auxier Ridge. I didn't think there were campsites on Auxier Ridge, but there's several little offshoots. You go way back in the woods, and I passed 2 or 3 campsites just to get to this one. But whew. Anyway, that's what's going on. I will continue this hike. I think if I end up back at my car, that's at about 3.5 miles, which will take me a couple hours. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll check in later. A little bit of a view. Looks better to my eye than the 13mm camera's eye. Back we go. Really good view here. I remember this one from year 2020 when I came here for the first time. Really awesome. Trails like right there. Hear people coming. Pretty soon up here, we're on this very narrow part of the ridge where it's a drop off on both sides. Can't really tell probably in my 13mm lens, but right about there is double arch. Kind of heading over in that direction here a little bit. I doubt I go to that arch. It's way out of the way, about a half mile each way, but really pretty out here. This is what Red River Gorge is all about. That sheer drop off. Right there's Double Arch again. Awesome. This is so cool. I'm not going to go down there, but I'm sure you can probably go way further down there if you want to do some rock scrambling, but I want to live. Look at that farm down there. Isn't that so beautiful? I think once I get over there with that big rock, I start going downhill into these woods. All the way through and then back up over there. My car's over that way. Or I may decide to camp in the woods down there. We'll see. This is why you come to Red River Gorge right here. Look, both sides. Sheer drop off there. Look at that gorge. So pretty. Then over on this side. Auxier Ridge Trail, man. That's where it's at. And I don't have the little microphone fuzzy thing on, so this might sound windy in the microphone, but it's beautiful. Let's get from that way. Man, everywhere you turn on this trail. Insane. Love Red River Gorge. Well, I take that back. This is going to be the this is going to be the better view of Courthouse Rock. Well, I got a decision to make. Do I go back the way I came with the same views but the opposite direction? Or do I go down them stairs into the woods and all the way back over there? We shall see. Well, guess what? Made it back to the car. I ended up taking the same way back that I took down there. I could have kept through the woods, but you know, I can walk in the forest back home. So I decided to take the same Auxier Ridge trail back to the trailhead. Ended up doing like 2 miles out, 2 miles back, so 4 miles on that, but man, it was hot. But also 2.5 miles this morning getting back to my car from Hanson's Point, so I'd say about 6.5 to 7 today, plus the 2.5 yesterday to get out to Hanson's Point. So I'm going to say around 9.5 miles, something like that. At least 9 miles this week in the last 24 hours. Not bad. I also think I started backpacking this year a little too soon. When I mean this year, I mean in the summer. I love fall backpacking, but it's just still summer. It's just too hot still. Which is why I'm cutting the one night short, because it's just too damn hot. I'm just wringing my clothes out. It's just not worth it. So it's good to have a dry shirt on back in the car. But anyway, I had fun. Had a great night last night. Always love Red River Gorge. Thanks for watching.